Unity. It's a concept that every villain in fantasy and fiction believes is a hero's miracle asset when, if they just took a step back for a second and analyzed their surroundings, they'd realize they're simply piss-poor evildoers who are better off being a universal hair donor. You see, dividing a populace isn't a fallback plan for true-to-life villains. It's their focal point for burgeoning their capitalist dystopia. But what happens when you, a hero to the people and an anchor for your not-so-nuclear family, meets a marvelous mother type with smoking hot legs, fertile eggs, can draw, is well-read, and is down to peg, turns out to be part of the evil organization trying to familicide your family tree? Well, that's easy in my book. Pretend you're the little princess like you were raised in an orphanage, get estranged, foursome strange, and emancipate yourself from the burden of not getting ass while you live comfortably as an arm piece for a general in the Imperial Zone Army. Now that's the dream I'm trying to live.
And I'm Nicole.
And this is Mostly Speakin' Sentai. Oh, yes, guys, like I will never say again, because I am the boy formerly known as James. I will now be represented by a symbol that symbolizes me as property of Nicole. And speaking of which, Vavavoo, it's my common law that's got me in laud. The co-host of this show, bro. It's the Bricks, the darling homebody herself. Bow to thee, she is my master.
Common law that's got you in laud?
I am now laud.
You're in laud.
Yes, with your family.
Sure.
I've been in laud.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Josh is over there saying, oh, she got you. You've been in laud.
You've been in laud, bitch.
Oh, damn. That's a great movie title. Like, if we were in the early 80s and people were just selling things based off from a poster and a name, it's in laud. And the tagline would be like, maybe he's a copper.
Oh, my lord.
Yeah, or no, it's, he's probably a lawyer or something, and he's like it's a lawyer guy, and he has a briefcase, but he's at a wedding, and it's like, sometimes justice is just this. In-laws, or I don't know, but it's on the fucking spot, guys. I'd like to see your fucking asses do better. Okay? That's not to Nicole. That's to the listeners. For real, I want to see what you guys got. Give me a tagline for in-lawed. It's someone who I guess is either forced into a marriage, kind of like The Proposal, but what's the tagline to in-lawed? At MSS Pod on Twitter, or go over to the Discord. There's a link in there, baby, but I'd rather be it on Discord because then I can retweet it, and that gives us clout. Oh yeah! Nicole, how are you?
I'm good.
Can we just make a podcast where it is us writing scripts?
No.
Or outlining scripts?
No.
Then the next episode is us writing it, then we do a table read?
No.
All right. I'll pitch it to someone else.
Great.
All right. How are you? Did you want to talk about that big thing that happened in your life recently?
Which is?
That big thing that happened in your life? At the store that you'll be selling stuff at?
Oh.
What else could it have been?
I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
That it rained this morning? That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Some people estimated by this time there would have been no rain. We would have been extinct.
That, you found a Yogi Bear coffee mug?
Uh-huh. I did have on my list of things, I found a coffee mug and a Chip Hazard in very good condition. Not the, full-size talking one. Those ones are creepy. I don't want it. Get it out of here. And don't worry, guys. I did let off a huge electromagnetic pulse on the little fucker before it came into the house. Yes, the entire block was sans electricity for a few hours, but you got to do your due diligence. and make sure the Commando Elite and Gorgonite scum aren't fighting in your backyard, causing a ruckus.
Yeah.
Phil Hartman's not out there screaming, what are you guys doing? Speaking of which, we started watching Newsroom or News Radio. Holy fuck, is that funny?
It's fine.
For a multi-camera sitcom from the early 90s, mid-90s, it is amazing.
Sure.
I think it's very funny. 2 thumbs up. Nicole, what you got to present?
What do I have to present?
Did you want to talk about this Gallery Aya?
Sure.
What's it about?
I emailed them and they got back to me. So that was fucking cool. I have a space that they're letting me rent monthly to sell all my stuff.
Hell yeah. Are you going to have Dino Cats there?
Eventually.
This is what you do. You have exclusive Dino Cats there, so Steve has to come hang out with us in Chicago in order to purchase them.
No. Well, I mean, I do have some that I could bring. I probably should, honestly. I don't know. You think I should?
Yes. I also have this amazing idea. It Takes Two to Toku. Just pull your headphones off for 30 seconds. We're going to be doing something that maybe you don't want to hear. Okay, Nicole, it's off. You make Dino Cat wedding toppers for them, and that's the gift for...
I don't think they would want that.
Well, they wouldn't really put them on the top of the cake, but it's a nice gift of like them in tuxedos, the Dino Cats. I think that's a nice idea. Okay, guys, if you're back to us, rewind and let us know if that's a good idea. Even if it's just for my validation of being a good gift giver.
Okay. Yeah, great. Make that my job to do literally everything.
I'll pay you.
So that you look good.
No, I mean, you don't need to do it. Like, you could say, like, no, I'm not going to do it. But them hearing that, they're like, wow, James does do good gift.
No.
And then they'll be like, well, what are they really going to give us? Cash money, that's what.
Our presents.
Yeah, if we do end up going to the wedding, we're like, I'm sorry, guys. We had to take a train that cost $150 to get here.
Yeah, because we rented out a sleeper car.
No, I think going to New York would be around that price.
Yeah.
Just let us know at MSS Pod on Twitter.
Yeah.
Amtrak. They're subscribers, Amtrak.
Whoa.
You got anything else to talk about that?
Oh, God. I don't know. Well, yeah, because it goes into... You kind of derailed me in what I was trying to say, which was I'm working on making things for the next Starling Homebody stream and trying to come up with some cool, quote unquote, gimmick. That would be fun. Yeah. I got a new figure that I'm working on. Whoa. Exclusive announcement.
Nicole, you want to know a good gift for me in the future?
Sure.
A Dino Cat made up to look like Yogi Bear.
What? How?
You draw on the tie, and then I guess you'd maybe have to mold the pork pie hat, but, just make brown fur on him, the collar, make it look like he has a little bear nose.
Absolutely not.
All right, never mind, guys. Don't ask Nicole to do custom shit because she'll say $1,000.
Yeah.
Because damn, that would be a good payday.
Pay me $1,000 and I'll make you a Yogi Bear one.
Oh, you're saying that to me or the audience?
To you.
Okay, audience, you pay the $1,000 and give it to me for free, baby.
Nice.
There you go. I'll send you a dick pic if you do that, audience. Nicole, no interest in that.
No.
Yeah. No, that wasn't a question. That was a statement.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I have said to you fairly recently that sending unsolicited dick pics should be grounds for sexual assault.
Yeah, it should. I know people started or it's been floated out in the NFT community or just like people talking about NFTs. Hey, you get a dick pic sent to you, you mint it as an NFT, and then you send them the link to purchase it on OpenSea or wherever it's minted at. And then that's the only way it can get off the internet is you purchase it and hopefully no one screenshot it.
Yeah.
There you go.
But that's only if someone sends it to you and you did not want that.
Yes. Because then it's probably, in quotes, revenge porn.
Otherwise you should be.
Yeah. There you go. But yeah, Darling Homebody stream. I'm excited for it.
Nice.
We're a little overdue, I think. Or March would have been. Yeah. March is when we should be doing it. So you got, I don't know, a week's time, Nicole.
Fuck. Well, I'm sorry.
I'm not eating spicy stuff on stream unless it's for my prerogative now.
I didn't say it was spicy stuff.
Well, no, if it's, let's do a sleeper one. What's the word I'm trying to think of?
I don't
know.
A
placeholder stream. Oh, James could eat spicy guys again. No, Unless I'm seeing a cut of that green, no thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I don't know.
We watched Ghoulies 4, a little bit of that, and I just want to explain one thing that you said while watching.
Yeah.
Nicole goes, I don't think the writer of this movie has ever spoken to a woman. And I responded with, I don't think this person has ever had a conversation with a person. Because boy, oh boy.
With just a person?
Yeah, just anyone. Or the only interactions with women this person has had are they have a friend, a man friend, who was in a bad marriage, and the only interaction was that side of the story from the man. And it's like, well, that's how all women act, I guess.
Sure.
And then last night we watched a very scary movie, at least in my eyes. What was it? The Wicked and the Evil?
The Dark and the Wicked?
Okay, it's a Shudder original, right? Maybe?
I don't think so.
Okay, I thought it was.
No, I think it was just exclusive.
Okay. I think you could still call that an original, but they didn't make it, James.
Yeah.
So we were watching this and we're like 12 minutes in, and Nicole's like, can we change this? So I was like, yeah, that's fine.
It was really slow.
Yeah, and then I said, it would be very funny if in like the next 30 seconds, this or this happens. And Nicole's like, okay, fine.
Then I was like, well, fuck, now we gotta see what if that happened.
And then 30 seconds in, just it goes crazy. And then I was about to start saying what I was going to think next. Oh, because then I guessed another thing that happens, and you're like, stop ruining the movie, James.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say other things, and it was like I could have ruined the movie further.
Yeah.
I'm good, baby. But yeah, that was scary. I almost started crying in that one scene where that woman's just stabbing herself.
Yeah.
It was frightening.
It was scary, but it was, I don't know. I just didn't really care about the characters at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, because we really don't learn a lot. They go right into, hey, this is just a story we're telling. And I liked that part, but you really don't care. And the beginning's a little slow, and just the last 3 seconds of the movie, it's like, oh, well, this is just some, every other movie like this. And that part, how the brother died.
Yeah, I was gonna try and say it without saying that, but would have hit better if they had developed if they had shown us more of the relationship between him and his family, but we didn't get that at all, so it wasn't that devastating when that happened.
Yeah, because
it was just oh, that sucks.
Yeah, because for the longest time I was like, is he even in a good relationship? I don't know. But I give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars.
I'd give it 2.5.
If you like possession stuff, watch this movie. It's very good.
I disagree.
All right. Well, if you like possession stuff and you want something to watch, check it out. Give it a run. Don't watch
Yeah.
it stoned, because that was a bad idea.
Yeah, it was.
I was just
I wonder
sucked
who
in.
maybe told you that.
I was like, oh no, Nicole, this is frightening.
You asked me, and I was like, that's a bad idea, but if you're gonna do it, like,
It wasn't as bad as the first Ghoulies, though.
then that's your decision, and I'm not turning this movie off. Like,
Because that was just, I mean, you almost turned the movie off.
that was before you did the edibles.
I could have swore I did.
I don't know.
Because you had told
Maybe
me
you
what
did, I
movie it
guess.
was. It doesn't matter, guys. People don't care when and when I not was high. Man, people, if they started like binging this show and listened to every episode in like the course of 3 months, they're like, wow, James really flipped quickly on his stance on being inebriated.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was the pandemic mixed with Franklin passing away and my constant anxiety attacks
Yeah.
that led to this.
Uh-huh.
And I'm a happier person now.
Are you?
It's as if the Cottonmouth Kings were right. I should be saying bump, bump, bump. And it's like, James, that's maybe their only song about not getting high. This, that beat that you bang, rolling down the street, and they hear you coming. Nicole, I have one last thing. I think this is an idea for just a very special episode of this show where we go back and watch 2 of our favorite episodes from Die Ranger and do like a retrospective. Is this really very good still, or is it just the first one we watched and that's why?
Yeah.
Or we put it up to a vote, say like send it to the listener, say, hey, what's your favorite arc or single episode of this? We'll tally up the votes. Let us know at MSS Pod on Twitter.
I mean, from what I've heard from other Sentai fans, Die Ranger really is that good. So
We
Yeah.
lucked out. I'm picking that as our first.
I don't know. I think it's like the opposite of that.
Oh, because then it's only down from here?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Car Ranger was good. 5-Man is excellent. And oh, baby, you got to check out Jetman.
What? Why?
Turbo Ranger.
Okay.
Now I'm going to start listing bad seasons. Turbo Ranger,
Okay.
Q Ranger,
Okay.
Deca Ranger.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think of now like the other very good ones just to make people pissed.
Yeah.
Akiba Ranger,
Uh-huh.
Kira Ranger.
Sure.
There you go. Those are all the shittiest Sentai I could think of, guys.
We did it.
We did it. Hooray, Valesimo. But speaking of Sentai, you want to get into it?
Sure.
Today we watched
God.
episode 17, a 5-man entitled Fumiya's Love Declaration. In this, you want to know what, Nicole? You give a synopsis.
I'm really distracted because that baby Sinclair mask, okay, because you have that lamp there. It's just like, I can just see like one eyeball peeking out and I hate it.
It's like, no peeking. You're about to be the mama of the grave. Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's how baby Sinclair talked.
No.
I shit myself, but you're about to as well after the life fleets from your eyes.
Scary.
We'll shit together. A lot of people are like, oh, we're going to come mutually together. No. If you're in a real relationship, you should try and shit at the same exact time. And you'll be like, oh.
Excuse you.
Yeah, you got to hold it in for a day so it just easily comes out.
Proud partner of the Tokusatsu Network?
Hell yeah, we haven't done that in a while.
I'm pretty sure we have.
Not on the last episode. There was a
Well,
lot.
that's because we had guests.
Uh-huh. Ooh, baby, I like it wrong.
There's no time to think about when to place that
Yeah.
plug.
I'm excited about next week's guest. You guys won't know until next week.
Yeah.
And I'm
deal
nervous
with it.
to ask the next two Dream Guest Get Quest attendees. One, I'm a little less nervous because I'm now working professionally with them.
At Spreadicer.
Have I revealed that Dragon Boy Suede is the person and he finally got
I'm pretty sure you have.
verses back to me? So I think now's the perfect time. When that is ready to be released and scheduled, I can say, hey, would you like to come on to promote that? And then if he sees how well we record on a microphone, maybe he'll say, hey, come on, Who Charted, baby?
Maybe.
Fingy crossed.
Maybe not.
Maybe not as well. But let's get into this synopsis.
Yeah.
Nicole?
The episode is the thing that we watched.
Okay, so in this episode, Fumiya is like, oh, hey, I'm going to ask this lady out that I met. Well, I am a childless single adult. I see another childless single adult at an amusement park who didn't want to return a child. I'm going to ask this person out. I like the cut of their cloth. So it ends up being an Imperial Zone army lady, and he gets a spider attached to his head, Spider-Man style. Or was that a beetle?
Spider.
Oh, it was also a spider? Hell yeah, they're stealing from themselves. Good on them. And then, of course, the siblings realize that he's been brainwashed because they know him so well. They rip that spider off. 5-man.
5-man.
So speaking of them doing this, we see Doldaro. She's a scientist, which I did not understand that. I guess she's a scientist, Nicole. She magical girls herself opposite into just everyday clothing. And she's looking pretty good, Nicole. And it's a surprise we have never done this for any series ever. Like, Die Ranger was perfect for this. I don't understand why we never did it. Let us rank the bad guys, the Silver Imperial Zone Army, on a sexiness scale.
Mm-hmm.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 of them to go through. Do you want to rank it from 1 to 7? Or I have a ranking scale if you'd like to hear what it is.
What?
Yeah, and we rank them instead of like, oh, S tier to F tier. We rank them on inverted, disgusted, neutral, twinkles, soppin'. First up, Nicole, is Galactus Empress Meadow. That's the floating head in the sky.
That's going to be number 1.
Oh, you think that's sexy?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say I'm not inverted, but I am disgusted because there's just so much hair. Yes.
Yeah.
Like if you're really kissing and you're starting to get sweaty, that hair's going to get wet and I don't want it.
Uh-huh.
So you're saying number 1 for her.
Yeah.
All right, next is First Captain Chivalry. Wait, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
That might be someone we meet later?
Cool.
I don't, wow. Because, yeah, that's no one we've ever met before. So let's go on to Captain Garo. He's a big hat man.
Uh-huh.
He's got that big old sword.
Like 0.
0? Wait, so if number 1, 0's even above that.
No, like negative
okay.
0.
You're inverted.
I don't know, whatever.
I say I'm neutral.
The bottom.
Okay,
one.
because, yeah, he is a bottom. I would say I'm neutral on this, man. I'm not disgusted, but I'm not getting any twinkles. In my pants, that is.
Yeah.
Next is Galactic Swordsman Billion.
Okay. The other guy was technically number 7.
Mm-hmm. Well, number 6, because we don't know this other person
Oh
yet,
my fucking
probably.
God. Okay, number 6 then.
Uh-huh.
Then Billion
Yes.
would be number 4.
Number 4, okay. So then I'm guessing number 5 is, we'll go to him right now, Galactic
Dongaros.
Merchant Dongaros.
Yeah.
To me, he's kind of twinkles. Like, I would like to cuddle this man.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got money. He knows how to invest.
I mean, you don't know that he has money.
He does. He's given money out of his own pocket.
Okay.
He's frugal. He's kind of a Nicole type if you really look at him, personality-wise.
I take offense to that.
Okay, all right. You want to go on to the next one?
Yes.
Galactic scientist Doldara, I apologize.
Who the fuck is that?
That she's the lady who changed into normalcy.
Oh, she has like a scorpion shit. Then I would make that number 2.
Okay, yeah, she is sopping for me.
And then number 3 would be Egghead.
Galactic Fang Zaza.
Sure.
Yeah, I think she's also not inverted. Why would I say inverted? She's twinkles to me.
Uh-huh.
But on the edge of, because what's she like under that helmet?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Is it like a Finn and Jake situation where it removes the hair or the hat and then flowing locks, or is it a bowl cut?
It looks like a bowl cut.
Yeah,
to
it's
me.
probably a bowl cut. So,
or an egg cut, if you will.
what is like if you're manscaping? What's like the pubic version of a bowl cut? Let us know, listeners. I'm going to just put a bowl on my pubis and cut around it.
That's literally what a bowl cut is, dude.
But I think it would be right at the base of everything.
It would just be you putting like a cup
Mm-hmm.
and then cutting around that.
Or I would think more like a piece of paper and then you cut everything below the piece of paper.
No, not like a literal cup, like a
Oh!
sports one or whatever.
Wait, but then that's bad because then it's just hair around the like good stuff.
Yeah, that's why it's bad.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't want that. I want hair away from the good stuff. Because if my mouth is going down there, I don't want hair in it.
So you want like trimmed where your junk is, but then a bush everywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, like on the top, like from here to here.
Yeah.
Also trimmed or well kept from there.
Uh-huh.
Then it's more comfortable for the person because it's warm.
Then would it be like
Like a pixie cut for the genitals.
a bunt pan?
Yeah, a bunt pan.
Or no, I'm still doing the opposite. Or no, that's correct. Yeah, a bunt pan.
What's a bunt pan?
It's like a cake, but it's like a ring.
What?
Yeah, because you said you want it trimmed where your jennies are.
Yeah, but I don't think a bunt cake thing would still work.
Yeah, because you
Guys.
just put your dingus through the hole in the middle.
And then you cut everything around the dingus?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the bunt cake area is still going to be covered.
Yeah, that's what you said you wanted.
Oh, you like fish it all the way through. You're really tugging at it.
Yeah.
And then you're trimming just that. Okay, yeah. I guess that would work.
That's what you said you wanted.
But there are so many. You could just put a rubber band around it. A cock ring around it. But then like you can't really do that for people with a vagina.
Yeah, you can.
You can't feed a vagina through a bunt cake hole, Nicole.
Not with that attitude.
Oh my God. Nicole doesn't believe two butts can touch each other, but believes
Ass
that
to ass.
you can fucking bunt cake a vagina.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, guys, let us know. Who do you think's the sexiest in the Zone Army? Is it that doctor that we didn't get to know? Let us know.
That's how the hair lady gets her haircut is with a bunt pan, but just like a really big one that goes around her face.
Yeah, I don't think the bunt cake thing is doable, Nicole.
Yeah, it is.
I want to see someone get their hair cut with a bunt cake. I don't know how it would. I guess you would feed like the top of your hair
You just put
through
the actual cake there now.
Yeah, I don't want that though. Is it a greasy cake? Get out of here, Nicole. You're being gross today.
You're the one that did this bit.
But you made it grosser.
No, you
I just said, like,
cake.
Cake?
You said take a cake. And I said, okay.
Take a cake. I'm confused. I'm trying to move on. So, in this episode, I was going to say movie. just literally every villain in it's a trope in Sentai, it's a trope in Sailor Moon, everything of this genre where, if we take down one of them, the rest will fall. It never works.
I mean, literally nothing works.
Yes. I want to see a Sentai series where the Sentai team dies at the end and the next Sentai team has to take responsibility and solve the issue.
Well, the thing is that they don't keep trying. Like, that's a good plan. Mm-hmm. And they fail once and they just give up.
Yeah.
It's like, just keep trying to do that. Also, I thought this episode was going to be that, like, she just becomes like undercover girlfriend.
Yeah.
And Yoko Ono's their shit.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Except, like, I also kind of hate that term because then it's like, of course, you're blaming the woman for breaking up this band.
Yeah,
you're like villainizing her.
Retrospectively, people are like, "Well, she was not the issue at all."
Yeah.
The only weird thing she was doing was following them around everywhere. But like she loved her husband, so she just wanted to be around.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys. Fuck you if you think, oh, Yoko Ono, or if you're in a band right now and you're like, spouses can't come in our circle because they're going to break us up. Get out of here. Stop writing music. Unless it's really good. Then I might tolerate it, okay? So what I would love to see, we're in this YouTube era where a Sentai villain is like, all right, let's start trying to indoctrinate one of the members into like extremism, and then it brainwashes them just how YouTube can brainwash people with their algorithm. And bada bing, bada boom, they're on the side of the villains. And then it's a whole like 4-episode arc of trying to deprogram them. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, it might be traumatic for some people watching, but just put a content warning at the beginning. So like, hey guys, here's what we're trying to do with this episode, like Warner Brothers does for their problematic stuff in the past.
Well, that's why I was like, oh, she would just be undercover girlfriend and just like slowly say and like do shit to manipulate them. So that they all hate each other.
Or get pregnant, and then he's like, well, I got to raise this family. I don't have time to be a 5-man. You're 4-man now.
No, because I feel like that would just give him more reason to want to be a 5-man.
Okay. Then, actually, no. Then she no longer is in zone. She's like, well, no, I love this child and I love him now. This backfired on everyone. I'm part of the 5-man now. But if they did become 4-man, then they would eventually become 5-man again because Eric Foreman would come to there. And, or I guess Red would probably be better on the Sentai team. Let's do that now, Nicole. That 70s show, who are we pulling in for our Sentai team? No, that's only when we do a live show in Wisconsin, we'll do that.
To all beat the shit out of the actor that plays Hyde.
Yeah.
Dope.
Hyde is the villain, and also Fez is too. Because Fez is just a disgusting character. If you really look back, he's like, oh, I just want to nut. And I'm pretty sure he was dating Demi Lovato when she was like 16 or 17. Not the character, the actor. That's our first note, guys. I love urban amusement parks, Nicole. It's like Michigan's Adventure with her rural ass. Get out of here.
You just said you love... I'm confused.
Urban amusement parks.
The fuck does that mean?
What this is, it's in the middle of the city.
Okay.
Urban. That means city or beautiful country music. I love an urban amusement park. They seem fun and lively just in the middle of this bustling metropolitan area. But... oh, where's Michigan's Adventure at? Oh, you get off on this exit? I still don't see it. Wow, there's just farmland over here. Well, there it is. It used to be called Deer Park, James. That's why it's out in the rural area. I do want to go back to Michigan's Adventure someday, and I want to bring Marshland Media people with us.
Okay. That would be fun.
Like, bring a Sean Marciniak,
Yeah.
a Corwin, an etc.
An Espredicer.
We don't really need Corey because Corey's been. Well, no, because Corey's already been to Michigan's Adventure. He's from Michigan. We don't need Courtney because she's from Michigan. She's been to Michigan's Adventure.
You know they've been there?
Yes, we talked about it on. I mean, if Corey's been, so is Courtney because they're siblings. So that's a family trip. They're from Saginaw. So if they're coming from here to here, they're going as a family.
Sure.
Even if it's a friend of Corey's saying like, oh yeah, we're going, the sister's getting invited as well.
Sure.
But James, what about that time you went to Cedar Point and your family wasn't invited? It was just you with Jacob Lee's family and you have pictures and a little photo album still of it.
Yeah.
Well, sucks to be me. They had a VR Duke Nukem.
Why would that suck to be you?
Because people have called me out on my lies.
Wait, what? I'm confused.
Because I'm saying, even if a family friend invites a single family, all of them have to go. But I have been in a situation where a family friend invited. Also, my sister's been in that situation.
Yeah, that's a common occurrence, James.
Well, sucks to be me. So that's why Corey and Courtney don't need to go. I'd still like them to visit.
Such a long-winded way to get there, but okay.
Long-quimded. Just a long, stringy piece of quim. Thoughts on Michigan's Adventure? Any pleasant experiences there? Also, this is an amusement park. It used to own the largest wooden roller coaster in America. It's pretty fun for a small town.
Everyone realized that wooden roller coasters fucking suck.
Because if they are not well maintained, they break your back.
Yeah.
Because the Wildcat sucked. That was the one they had before Shivering Timbers, and wowers. It blows. You could find cash in the water park because it's 2 parks for the price of 1.
Water park's fun. What was that one? It was like the snake bite.
Yeah, the snake pit. Yeah.
It was scary.
It's 3 different runs of tubes, and it's pitch black in there, and it's fun.
Yeah.
And you'd think people would get hurt, but they don't.
And they're fucking, I guess, I don't know why the ground in the water areas is popcorny. Because that shit fucking hurts.
My guess is it's a safety issue. So 1, people won't run on that popcorny, hurty stuff. And 2, it makes it so it's not sleek.
Yeah, but I feel like you could just have lines.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Instead of it being just fucking sharp.
Yeah, but now maybe they didn't have that technology when they laid that groundwork.
I guess
40 years ago.
I don't know. I just feel like anything would be better than that.
Guys, check out Michigan's Adventure. Literally, 2 parks for the price of 1. Grab a Dr. Pepper can. You'll get $3 off.
And I don't get why people like wave pools so much. That shit is scary to me.
I enjoy it. You might see a top pop off.
I'm gonna fucking drown.
Are you not a strong swimmer like me, who was first place in some meets?
No, and it was scary, and I didn't like it.
Burger King is first place in some meets as well. Like a Whopper.
I was a very fearful child.
Yeah, I wasn't. I'm kidding, I was. I hated climbing trees because I was like, what if I fall down and it's going to hurt my hands grabbing that bark? But my sister, and brother, they would just climb up a tree real quick, and I'd say, I can't, guys. I don't have the upper body strength.
I climbed some trees. It was fun.
No.
But it just wouldn't go up too high.
They would climb up so high, they'd have to have an oxygen tank.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then they'd free jump off from it with a little parachute. And all it had to be was a sheet because they're tiny humans. It didn't need to be a full parachute.
Yeah.
Just a 3 hooks on a sheet. They let that go because they had a backpack that just had 3 fishing rods on it.
Sure.
And then, whoop.
Fishing rods, not like bungee cords?
No. We weren't. Bungee cords at the time weren't readily accessible because my dad would hoard them and we didn't know where they were. But our fishing poles, we knew where those were. Those were ours to own.
Yeah.
And they come with hooks. So
Understood.
we didn't need to worry about it. This is a real story I'm telling you guys. 2 children I once saw climbed so high they needed oxygen masks, then made a makeshift parachute out of a sheet and 3 fishing rods.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Maybe we do need guests.
Oh, fuck. Child with the red balloon is scary to me.
Yes, and at this scene, I want to, whoever makes comedies, if you're making like a sexy, raunchy comedy, do this scene where it's a man salivating, like the werewolf, or not the werewolf, he's just a wolf, going like, "Aug." But
Okay.
it's a woman just doing motherly things because it's a man who like so badly wants to start a family.
Uh-huh.
She's like made macaroni and cheese and handed it to a child and he's like, oh my God. And then it's her like cleaning a dish and he's like, oh. And then it's her balancing the checkbook and he's like, oh.
So it's basically just what's his name? Ryan Creamer, but
Yeah.
a lady.
Yes. And it is it's because in a lot of sexy, raunchy comedies, it's a woman like eating a popsicle and like really putting it down her throat and they're like, oh my God. And then it's her like it drips onto her chest and like she's very heavy melon breasted and she like pushes her teats, or not teat, just her cleavage up to her mouth and licks it off and they're like, oh God. And then she like bends down and her pants rip or something because her ass is so bodacious and they're like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of that, like sexualizing a woman, it's matronizing a woman.
I mean, that's still sexualizing.
Yeah, but not sexualizing. You think moms are sexy? Get out of here. Watch MILF porn, I guess, Nicole. You love MILFs. But it's mothers I'd like to mothers I'd like to not fornicate or fuck, marry, but an F word that means marry. I think there is one, we're just not knowing it. Let's get on to the next note.
Let's see how you'll turn this note sexual. That's just like the new game of this podcast.
This man goes up to these police officers who are like,
child with a red balloon is creepy, and somehow you brought it.
well, no, that's my next note on this scene.
Somehow you brought it to a wolf going awooga
Well, no, it's not a real wolf.
into MILF porn.
You brought up MILF porn, Nicole.
I did not.
Because you were like, oh, that mothers are sexualized. And you're like, oh my God, I want to see her spray milk on Apple Jacks, you pervert. Hey guys, it's James in the edit. I am realizing the conversation we're about to have doesn't make any sense because I didn't explain, hey, we're talking about a Don't Stop or We'll Die song called She's Got Titties, parenthetical, in all the right places. With that in mind, please listen. It will make sense now. Also, it's about a babysitter that they had as a child. Now it'll make sense. Bye.
For your titties are my Apple Jacks.
Which is weird that that's a teen, isn't it? Like it's a young babysitter. Like even if they're 20, you
don't know that they're a young babysitter.
But
Or
it's
there's
never
probably I don't know, I've never seen the music video.
It's never established that she is a mother who is lactating. So like in that scenario, they are talking about a MILF.
Yeah.
Unless it's just someone who does titty porn, milking porn that takes the hormones. That has to exist.
I don't know. You lost me. You completely lost me.
Spread your titties on my
I thought you
apple
started out with saying
jacks.
something about them being a teen,
Well, no,
and then you went to I don't know.
well, because they can't be a teen now unless they're a teen mom, because you just don't. To anyone listening, breasts don't just leak milk at willy-nilly. Unless your name's
What?
willy-nilly, baby. Oh, yeah. That was a what, as in, like, you're playing the audience, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. My next note is she's just accused of not kidnapping, or at most
Yes.
not kidnapping, at least, like, not returning the child. And this man comes
Yes,
up and
she
is like,
accused of kidnapping.
okay, well, he comes up and is like, no, she was just crying. And then this lady who's beautiful and reminds me of my mom that I never knew. So how does it remind me of my mother? It should have been more like, reminds me of my sister. You know? This,
No.
Or she reminds me of Arthur G6, my good friend and my parent.
Mm-hmm.
But then Fumia gets goddamn cock-blocked by his sisters because he's about to, like, ask for them digits. And then the sisters are like, where have you been? We have to carry all of this stuff, these two tiny women.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, pretty freaky. So he then goes, asks her out because he's like, well, I know where she'll be if I just go to the amusement park every single day, which I think he's already doing. I'm just going to, hey, I'll dress up in a suit this time. And she's there. She gets accosted by this big old spider, and he's screaming, open your eyes, you can't. And at this point, he gets the mind-controlling spider on him. And
Fucking gross.
it is. But what's weirder about this is they make family relationships into like some Sherlock Holmes detective work of him doing very slight things. And they're like, well, something has to be up. He would never do that.
I thought it was hilarious.
It is very funny because it is so insane.
But like thinking about it as a kid's show, like that makes sense. But just watching it through the lens of it being like a regular show, it is very funny.
Yeah. If my siblings were to like come around me, and even if I did do something weird, they'd be like, oh, well, James is just having like a manic anxiety attack right now. He's weird.
Yeah. And there wasn't even like one of them that was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
They just all were in agreement. Like,
Even the robot is.
Yeah.
So these are the things that he does, and they're like, well, that doesn't make sense. He's humming and singing. Arthur's like, that's weird. He never does that. And everyone's like, yeah, he's tone deaf. He doesn't like it when people hear him sing. Then,
but he's in love.
Mm-hmm. Then he is embarrassed. So he normally scratches his head, but he just like touches his chest. So, oh, something's up. Then he breaks something and rubs his nose, or doesn't rub his nose. So that's weird. Usually he does that. And then finally, he just throws out a mug that if anyone were to throw out, you'd be like, wow, you're just wasteful. But he's generally very thrifty and is willing to fix anything that's broken. So they're all like, wow, something is weird.
The only thing that I was like, okay, yeah, that would be suspicious, is that he would just throw out his favorite mug.
Yes. It's weird. I mean, I guess I have a favorite. I have two favorite mugs now. Mm-hmm. One is the Yogi Bear Jellystone Park from Peoria, Illinois.
Sure.
And the mug you made me with the Mystery Science Theater silhouette around the brim of
that
it.
I drew on there.
Wait, you drew? That wasn't a stencil?
No.
Oh, dude, you did so well on that. I've always thought that was a stencil.
No.
Okay, you didn't like cut out or like print out
No.
that picture and
No.
oh, damn, guys, Nicole's good at what she does. Hire her. But for like
No, buy my shit, dude.
aggressive amounts of money. It has to be worth her time. But yeah, I loved that scene, but it was also, I mean, that's why I loved it. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
So then it's nighttime. That Spider-Man is on the top of, it's a spider monster, we should say. He's on top of this huge building, and he's like, I now control you, Fumiya, and then zaps a beam into them, which means he knows where he lives. The 2 episodes ago, they were trying to find out where's the base.
True.
So now they know where the base is.
See, that's the thing, is that I was saying earlier, they get a plan and then they fail once and they just give up.
Yeah. Like that's that's what the Bozak did, and that's why it was funny. Because they're parroting this bullshit.
Yeah.
Guys, Car Ranger is now elevated again. So we see him in these pineapple pajamas that are, the pants are not pants. They are short shorts on him. Mm-hmm. And he has a pocket knife, which made me terrified because of the movie we watched last night. Yeah. And then he comes into the room and just starts trying to stab his brother, Gaku. And then he's like, no, don't. Flash, we're at the beach. And it's weird that they made it like seem like the mom. Because that's just edible, complex stuff that I don't like getting into. Mm-hmm. Because moms are gross. I apologize, mothers out there. Mothers who are motherly are gross. If you just have a child and you're cool, you're not.
Wow, rude.
Moms like my mom are gross. Sorry, Mom.
Rude. Apologize.
No, she knows what she does every time I see her. She's overly loving. Calm down, Mom.
Never.
Say never.
Too fucking bad, bitch.
So she says, he asks, where are we going next? And she says, beyond the sea. And if this were like a mom, he should have been like, she asks.
That's where you'll find me, beyond the sea lab.
Underneath the water, I'm bloated and a corpse. So she's like, can you do that? And if it were a mother-son relationship, he should have been like, oh, hell yeah, Mom, I can do that. I can go way beyond the sea. Just watch. And also hands all the changers over to her. And then he's about to jump off. Then bloop, all of a sudden the spider controller is off from his head. And she's like, what the hell? Then phew. Oh, what was that bolt of lightning that just passed me by? Oh, it was Ken. He stole the changers back. And they were like, we know our brother. And Ken says, direct quote, I am not making this up. He says, I don't like to boast, but I can remember the smell of Fumiya's pee-pee when he was a child.
Yeah, my note for that was just weird brags.
Yes. Extremely weird.
Because also the sister's like, and we took baths together.
And then I said, ooh, and they're still taking baths together to this day.
Okay, that's just a weird, like the way that she said it, it was so like weird.
And also, I should clarify, those two actors are married in real life, so you could assume they still take baths together.
Right, that's why you said that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify for anyone who doesn't know, James is just being a weirdo right now. No, they're married in real life, not in storyline. Maybe they are.
Right.
That's beautiful. You play twins on a show and then you gots to know more. And then they win at the end. They're also looking out into the ocean and then they are all remembering when they went to the carnival with their parent who is Arthur.
Yeah, that part was confusing.
Yeah, I didn't understand it at all. I guess it's just like, hey, this was us as kids. We're broken, but we're together always. Mm-hmm. Arthur should have been with them. And I loved, we didn't comment on it, but David loving this show so much on last week's episode, I was so glad. Because I was afraid he'd be like, wow, man, this show with the children sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that, so this reconfirms our thoughts is Arthur G6 is the best mentor that we've had so far.
Yeah.
Kaku's the worst. Tak was just, it wasn't his fault. His programming was fucked up, so he didn't have all the answers. Dapu is just cool. And then Arthur And then, of course, if we include Laurent, no.
The Bones.
Oh, no, we said Jesus is the best because that's Bible Man's mentor.
Yeah.
But if we throw Bible Man out, it's our boy, Arthur.
Would Jesus be the best?
Yeah. He's the greatest mentor to show you the light and the way. Have you never read his holy book and teachings?
No, I haven't.
Wow, man. Read the book of Judas at least.
Okay.
All right, guys. I think that's it. Any more comments?
Yeah.
What's that?
The song in the fight scene is dope.
Oh, I don't remember it.
You don't?
No.
When they're all fighting and they're just like, yeah, I'm yellow. And there's a song going and they're singing and they're like, we're a family and stuff.
Heck yeah, dude.
And it was good.
Can I say a joke that I wanted to say on Facebook Messenger to you?
I guess.
Okay, so I believe we've told this story before on this podcast, how when you were a child, you wrote a letter to Santa to be like, hey, I just want my parents back together.
Mm-hmm.
I sent you a photo of Pop-Tarts, but it was like the filling was divorce papers.
Yeah.
And it would have been funny if Santa had sent you that as a gift in response to that letter. Especially because back then you would have been like, I don't know what these are. I took a bite out of these and I just got paper.
Why is that funny? I don't get it.
It makes sense in my mind because like it's, hey, I want my parents back together, and Santa's like, oh,
so
here's
he sends
a gift.
Me divorce papers.
Yes.
He wants to divorce me?
No, it's the divorce papers from your parents. And he's like, there you go, kid. And you're like, yay, it's Pop-Tarts. But you take a bite out of it and signed, sealed, copied, and sent.
Got it.
Into your mouth.
Yeah, that's super funny.
It's the sweet irony of childhood, you know?
Yeah.
Like you think it's all good and dandy, but when you really dissect and take a bite into it, digest it fully, you realize it's traumatic as hell. And I think that's what that Photoshop of
what, that
Pop-Tarts.
Childhood is traumatic as hell?
Yeah. Like
right.
when you look back at it, you're like, oh, it's great. I love it. But if you really digest, no. There's divorce papers inside of that sweetness.
Sure.
Guys, let us know at NMSS Pod. Did what I say make sense?
Jesus Christ.
This was a shit show of an episode, I think.
Yeah. Wow.
People are going to love it, though.
Wild.
Wild and
It was
crazy
bad?
children. No, it wasn't. We had some good
Okay.
stuff. We ranked sexiness, sopping.
Yeah, I hated that part.
Damn, if you were on there, you'd be the goddamn ocean. That's where I would rank you.
Uh-huh.
I would, if there was a planet that was
What
only...
about beyond the ocean?
Ooh, you're beyond sopping, Nicole.
Making it
Tying it all together. Yeah.
Relevant to
A
that
callback.
ep.
Nicole, what you got to plug?
Walking into the ocean
All right. With a bunch of rocks in your pocket.
with a spider in your hair.
Take an anvil with you.
Title of the episode, Walking into the Ocean with a Spider in Your Hair.
That's far too long. Beyond the ocean. That's the better one.
Oh, boy.
Or it's
Okay.
In-Lawed.
No.
No.
Gotta say.
Okay, what's the better movie idea? In-Lawed or Blasphemer?
God fucking damn it. They're both terrible.
Okay, well, what
but
would
for
make
different reasons.
what would make the most money in video rentals in 1993?
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yes.
Is that In-Lawed up front would make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because it's just like a classic rom-com.
Mm-hmm.
But Blasphemered has the potential to become a cult classic
Midnight
and over
movie.
time be better. Like it has lasting power.
Okay, well, then In-Lawed will actually get the big studios behind it because they want the money as quickly as possible.
Uh-huh.
But as an indie cult darling,
Yeah.
Blasphemer.
Exactly.
At MSS Pod, let us know, guys, in a 5-star iTunes review.
Yes.
What you got to plug?
Plugs. I am Darling Homebody on all the social medias that I'm on. Visit darlinghomebody.com to look at and possibly purchase creepy, cute things that I make.
Like me.
Most recently, In Pause We Trust prayer candles, baby. And then head on over to patreon.com/darlinghomebody for a monthly sticker or magnet. Sign up before April 1st to get a monarch butterfly that looks like a cat that was mean to me once.
Well, what cat?
Big Josh's cat.
Oh, okay. I got an idea for you. If you ever were a street performer as a robot, a silver robot, you would call yourself Darling Chrome Body.
Ooh, yeah.
And if you're ever in Italy or nearby areas, Darling Rome Body.
Whoa.
That's all I have.
Or if I just like to travel a lot.
Oh, yeah, because you're Rome with an A.
Yeah.
Or if you're on your cell phone in, weird areas.
Yeah. I mean, that's the end of my plugs, dude.
Hey guys, check out me on Shuffling the Deck, Sweet Child of Time. Or go back in the catalog, listen to This Movie's Gay. Or, oh my God, Hit It and Crit It is coming back. Check all of that stuff out. Go to MLMpod.com for information, links to listen, or just search wherever you're listening right now. To those podcasts I just said. Listen to my music under Marshland Monster. It's good stuff. Ooh-wee. Melzer should be coming on soon because he's got something to plug. A short that he made that's going to be hitting the festival scene. But why am I bringing that up in my plugs? I made some original music for the fucker. Oh, yeah. It's a good one called Special Delivery. Then head over to the Patreon where we are finishing up our month-long Three Ninjas extravaganza. We went through all 4 movies, Lil Corey and I. That's $5 a month, and you get the back catalog of all the other shows we've done, plus new ones coming up in the future. Or if you're a $10 patron, you get watch-along streams. It's very good. Monthly usually, but in the month of March, I did 4 for all of the Three Ninja movies because I just couldn't pick which one I wanted. Plus, you get shout-outs on every single free feed episode, so let's begin with that. Starting with Steve F., Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, Alex Z, the Waz, Orion, he's a rapper, D-F-O, Defoe, Kayla, aka Two Grapes, Tyler Wright, he's our friend, Elliot W, at Garlic Sunshine on Instagram for their amazing artwork, Jordan B, the Chaos Witch, oh yeah, and finally, Steve Barnes, at Intro Void on Spotify and Substack. Also, the host of Sweet Child of Time. It's a Wheel of Time podcast. Check it out. I'm on it. I'm the Sweet Child. I've been James.
I'm Nicole.
And we've been Mostly Speaking Sentai. Bye-bye.
P.
Actually, today we talked a lot about Sentai, so, fuck you, people. Bye. This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCullum. For more content, please visit MLMpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today. Oh, yeah.